how that is a direct result of the spiritual habits that you have established or not. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Coffee with Connect. We get together on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30, and we get into God's Word together with our coffee. And my mug today is a Star Wars mug from Dagobah that has all kinds of drawings all over it from The Empire Strikes Back, which is the best Star Wars movie, and that's not debatable. So we're going to be in Colossians chapter 3. Colossians chapter 3, verses 9 through 10. Colossians 3 is one of my favorite chapters of the Bible, if not my very favorite. And I always get asked why when I say that, and because it's a really challenging chapter, and that's why. Because every time you read it, it kicks you in the gut, and I feel like I need that. And so as we're looking at these couple of verses, it's got a little bit of that punch to it. But we're going to pray, read, think, write, and do, our 5-step process. So I hope that you've prayed. And now let's read Colossians chapter 3, verses 9 through 10. It says this: "Do not lie to each other, since you have taken off your old self with its practices and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge in the image of its creator." So these two short verses really kind of get to the heart of our spiritual growth and where we should be and where we should be going in a lot of ways, because Paul's talking about, in a verse before this, which kind of leads into this, he's talking about morality and also having the right attitude in order to get along with others, not just others in the family of faith, but others, period. And that putting on the new self, how that is a direct result of the spiritual habits that you have established or not. We talked about this past Sunday in the series that we're in called "I'll Do It Tomorrow." And this idea of being renewed in knowledge, it really infers a process that takes time every day. For you to be renewed in knowledge, we're talking about a process here. And so we should be striving to renew our minds in the knowledge of God. That's what he's getting at. To take one step closer today than we did yesterday. That is the process of the new self replacing the old self. So what is God saying to you through this? What maybe did you need to hear? And what do you need to maybe weigh through a little bit in your own life? What can you write down for yourself or in the comments that can help you as we're going through our process here? Pray, read, think, write. Now do. How often do you see the old self creep in and set you back? As we think about what we should do here, our action step, I want to kind of start with that question there, because I see it more than I would like. But as we are being renewed in knowledge, we reflect on the image of our Creator, is how we should end up being. We should be a reflection of him as we are being renewed in knowledge. That's what Paul is saying we should do. We should be a reflection of our Creator as we're being renewed in knowledge, that daily renewal in knowledge. So how do we do that? We got to get into the Word. We got to get into God's Word every day. That's how we are to gain that knowledge that we can renew ourselves with, because that's how God has revealed himself to us, is through his Word. And the only way to put off the old self and their practices, as it says here, is to have that new self be the replacement. And so you will do that through developing spiritual habits, because the spiritual habits like prayer and reading God's Word, spiritual habits are going to be your fuel for change and growth. So don't wait until tomorrow. So thanks for joining me, and I hope that you'll like the video, you'll subscribe to the channel, share this with someone that needs it, and join me again here next time so we can have our coffee and connect to Christ, community, purpose, and God's Word together. See ya.